I have 43 genius and amazing life hacks for you. Plus, I have a $200 giveaway for one lucky person. Make sure that you watch until the end for your chance to win some extra cash in your pocket. Oh, and by the way, if you are brand new here, this entire channel is dedicated to cleaning in life hacks. Yep. Starting off with number 43. Hanging pictures can be quite of a daunting task. I don't know about you, oftentimes I have several nail holes because, well, you know, I messed up. But look at these really cool S-hook thingy-mabobbers is what we're gonna call them. My dad actually introduced them to me. What's really nice, all you have to do is put it through your drywall and it's going to latch on to the other side of your drywall, making it very, very secure. And as you can see here, I'm just hanging a very light picture to show you for demonstration purposes. This hook works very well if you have something heavier or something with a rope or something that needs to hang down nice and secure, because a lot of times you may not be able to find a stud when you want to hang something really heavy, or maybe the stud is in the right place where you want to hang your item. This works perfectly. Rust, and more rust oftentimes can be the bane of our existence. Well, have you ever lifted up your toilet hinges? Yes, oftentimes those can be very disgusting, yeah, by the way, and rusty. This little hack works basically for anything that's rusty, but we're just gonna use the toilet because we do a lot of toilet related things around here. Get yourself some iron out. This works great for removing rust. Now here is the secret ingredient. Grab yourself some clear nail polish. In any place that you do not want rust accumulating, take that clear nail polish and rub it all over the designated area. Let it dry completely. This also works great if you have lots of tools that you like to use that are prone to rust. You ever struggle to get your own bracelet on? You're just like hanging out of that bracelet, trying to get it on with all your might, looking for somebody in your house to help you. Well, not anymore, my friend. Get yourself a bobby pin, and then you're just gonna loop it through one end of the bracelet. This makes the bracelet longer for you so that you can latch it much easier. And you'll see here, if I just latch it, I can go ahead and then take the bobby pin out, and I have easily put on my very own bracelet. This makes me very happy if I'm like an 89-year-old woman and I can't get my jewelry on anymore. All I know is I just need a bobby pin. Don't you hate when you throw something in your trash and the whole bag just sinks down into the inside of the garbage bag? Or maybe it gets really heavy because if no one likes to take out the garbage, and then you have all this garbage piling up and the bag just seeps down and down and down. I have a trick for you. Grab yourself an old pair of pantyhose, and if you don't have any on hand, you certainly can go to the Dollar Tree. They have them for $1.25. Grab some scissors, and then you're gonna cut around the waistband of your pantyhose, and then go ahead, put your bag in your garbage can, and then wrap your pantyhose around the perimeter of that garbage bag and watch what happens. You'll see that this bag is secured tight. I mean, tight, tight, tight. You could put a bowling ball in that bag and that bag is staying put. Chips, I love chips, all things chips. Maybe you haven't quite eaten your entire bag of potato chips. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. But you do not have a chip clip on hand, and you don't just want to fold it in on itself because that's not necessarily secure. You want to save those delicious potato chips. Here's a little trick for you. You're gonna go ahead and fold one corner in of your chip bag, making a triangle. Then you'll go ahead and fold the other corner in, making another triangle. Now, starting at the bottom of this bag, you're going to tightly roll this up. Roll and roll and roll and roll it up. At the top, you'll see a little point here. You're gonna tuck that baby in, what you just rolled. Now you're gonna roll in the opposite direction that you just rolled. Roll that baby on down. And you will see here that these chips are secured in there. They are not going anywhere. So when your snack attack is knocking at the door, you have fresh chips handy. Love this one. Cooking, I love cooking. I need a recipe book because I am not a good cooker, but it's so annoying when you have your recipe book and it's just falling all over and you can't get it to stay, and then you got the greasy, sticky fingers trying to get it on the recipe book or stay away from the recipe book. Well, here's a little trick for you. Grab yourself a little pants hanger, and then all you need to do is clip the pages of your recipe book on that pants hanger, and then you can hang it from your cupboard or anywhere that's convenient in your kitchen. Not only will your recipe book stay nice and clean, but you'll be able to read everything that needs to go into that delicious recipe that you're brewing up in your kitchen. This next one's a doozy, but trust me, it works. Many of you have actually left comments here on this channel saying you've done this in long-term care facilities or maybe in assisted living, but grab yourself some shaving cream, yes, in your toilet. We can't leave the toilet out. And you're gonna spray it around your toilet, especially if you have a lot of smells and pee saturated in there or stains. Shaving cream is awesome. You'll see here that I use a bit more than you're gonna need. I just wanted to do that for demonstration purposes. So use less than I'm showing you right here. A little goes a long way when it comes to your shaving cream. Put it inside your toilet, put it around your toilet, put it anywhere that you need cleaned up and sparkly, shiny, and new. Let it sit, I would say, for about 30 minutes or overnight, depending upon how nasty the toilet is that you are cleaning. Come back, clean out that toilet, wipe around, use a microfiber towel, any sort of towel that you have on hand, and then you're gonna rinse that out in between of mopping up the shaving cream. And trust me, your whole bathroom is gonna smell real nice and fresh, and not chemically, just like a hint of, what is that in your bathroom? And only you and I will know your secret trick. Wrinkles, wrinkles, and more wrinkles. I hate wrinkles in things. I recently got these beautiful curtains from Walmart. By the way, they are a #1 best seller, but look at how wrinkly they are. And I did not want to get out my steamer. I just wanted something easier. So here's a little trick I have up my sleeve for you. Grab yourself a spray bottle and you are gonna spritz down that curtain or pillow or shirt or garment, whatever it is. And you're gonna spray it pretty generously all over your designated item. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and pop this baby in your dryer. Mine is set, I think, for 38 minutes. It didn't go that long. It maybe went for about 5 minutes. And then the buzzer went off telling me, oop, it's done. It's based on weight. It's kind of fancy, I know. And I took the curtain out and I was so pleasantly surprised at how many of these wrinkles were gone. And I literally had to do nothing other than spray it with water and throw it in my dryer. You may have seen the trick where you put ice cubes in your dryer with the item. Here's the problem with the ice cubes. They just like bang around and it's really obnoxious and really annoying, and you think something is breaking in your dryer. Just give a little water to the item that needs to be de-wrinkled, pop it in, skip the ice. Let's talk about apples, baby. You want a fresh apple, but you're not gonna be eating it for a couple hours. Maybe you're gonna be out and about and you wanna curb off your hunger and you don't wanna go through that Chick-fil-A drive-through, McDonald's, whatever your choice is. So what you're gonna do is you're going to cut your apple like I am showing here, and then you're gonna grab yourself a rubber band. And you're just gonna go ahead and wrap that rubber band around your apple. It's gonna keep the apple nice and tight, and it's gonna keep it from browning while that apple is on vacay until you come and eat it. This is great in the summer, this is great anytime, this is great so you can just have health at your fingertips no matter where you are and you want a nice cut up apple. I love all things WD-40. I recently made a Dollar Tree dupe WD-40 video and you guys loved it. But if you ever get crayon on your wall or on a door, all you have to do is just generously spray it with some WD-40, and then I just took some paper towel because I didn't want my microfiber towel smelling like WD-40. Yes, it does have a smell, it does go away, but just wipe it down. WD-40 works great on so many different things that you probably never thought of before. I'll link that video in the description box below in case you're interested. You know I love all things cleaning. Let's talk about Dawn Power Wash. This stuff can get real pricey, but here's a little clever trick for you. I saved my Dawn Power Wash bottle, but we're gonna make our own homemade Dawn Power Wash. All you need is a spray bottle. You don't need the Dawn one. You can use any spray bottle really. And you're gonna put it in about 13 ounces of water. You wanna save a little room so that there's breathing room for our next ingredients in your bottle. Then you're gonna add 4 tablespoons of Dawn dish soap. You don't necessarily need Dawn dish soap. You can use really any sort of degreasing dish soap, but we're gonna use Dawn. And then you're gonna do 2 tablespoons of rubbing alcohol. You're gonna give that a little shaky, 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 and watch how well this works. We are going to town, we are saving money, and we're getting things clean, lickety split, including this pan that I burned very deeply making a plant burger. No, I'm not a vegetarian, but they did have an excellent sale at Aldi recently, so I had to pull the trigger and get these burgers, and they're actually pretty tasty. Coffee filters. The only reason I have coffee filters on hand is because I do a lot of Dollar Tree videos, and I love a $1.25 whole stack of coffee filters, but we're gonna use them in our car. Get the the snack attack in your car. I love having popcorn. It's light, it fills you up, it's salty, it's crunchy, it's all the things, but I don't want to get it in between my seats because in my car it is tight in there. Maybe you had a French fry in your car and you don't want to drop it in your seat. All you gotta do is put your snack inside of that coffee filter and you can just munch away while you are driving around. You don't have to reach your hand over to the passenger side to grab the goodies out of the bag and then risk dropping it inside your car somewhere. It's right in your lap, nicely contained, and then you can just go ahead and throw away your coffee filter when you're done, reuse it, whatever you want to do. This also works great at removing dust inside your vehicle. I accumulate a ton of dust inside my car, so I love having these on hand just to run along the dashboard and inside the vehicle and on the screens to make it look all fresh and clean. You ever come home from Target and they've wound up your bag so stinking tight that you cannot get the contents inside out unless you bust out your scissors? Here's a trick for you, and it works amazingly well. What you want to do is take two ends of your bag and you're going to twist really tightly. Tight, twist those babies because we want to create some tension. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and push in towards each other these tight twisties that you have made, and you will notice that the bag starts to loosen. Yes, I love this trick. No more stressing out how you're gonna get your bag open and having to rip it open like a barbarian. No, you just daintily twist that and it's like magic. You're gonna impress your friends and family with that one. Nail polish remover. This is an excellent one. Grab yourself some nail polish remover, especially if you want to whiten your shoes, the soles in particular. Not only does this wipe away grime, grease, whatever's stuck on there, but it makes it feel like you have a brand new pair of shoes. Now, if you notice that there are still some markings on the soles of your shoes, grab yourself a magic eraser. I'm just using one from the Dollar Tree. They don't hold up as well as the Mr. Clean ones, but they do the job. Get your magic eraser in there. And then if you have some really deep grooves on your shoes like we have here in my son's that I'm showing you, grab yourself a cleaning toothbrush. Again, I just re-dumped it into the nail polish remover and went to town, and these babies are looking so nice. Easy peasy, feeling like you got new shoes. You can go run around in the mud and do all the things, and no, you're probably not going to do that, but just know that you have some tricks up your sleeve when it comes to whitening your shoes. We are at number 29. Maybe you need to dress up and go somewhere and you do not want creases in your pants and you don't want to have to throw them in the dryer with the trick that I showed you. You don't want to have to bust out your steamer. We're going to prevent all that. What you're gonna do is take 2 toilet paper rolls, or if you have a old paper towel roll, that works even better. Just cut it down the middle because we need to be able to wrap this around the hanger. And then grab some tape, tie up those ends that you just cut open, and then grab your pants or your garment or whatever you want to have no wrinkles in, and you will see right here it's going to be wrinkle free. I love this little trick because if you're dressing up, you want to look like you want to look it. You don't want to be dressed up and then you got the wrinkles everywhere. Removing stickers is no longer going to be your enemy. Typically, I love using Goo Gone. It works amazing, but I wanted to do the hair dryer method because I have another sticky situation I'm going to show you here in just a second. Now, the hair dryer did work well. You want to make sure that you get that baby nice and hot. This is a great alternative, especially if you want to go chemical free. The hair dryer is great. I do prefer Goo Gone if you had to ask me my honest opinion, but on the next thing that I'm going to show you, I did not want to be using Goo Gone. You can see here on my wall I have these little sticker dots. We like to do it big for birthdays, and I used them to hold up some balloons, and they've been stuck on my wall for months. Yep, I've been finding everything else to do under the sun rather than remove these stickers, or maybe I was just saving it for this video right here. Now, this did work really nicely with these sticker dots. I did take a washcloth to remove any remaining sticker that was stuck on the wall. If you find that it's not doing the trick, again, apply more heat with your blow dryer. I didn't want to put the Goo Gone on the wall. Now, I put Goo Gone everywhere else, clothes, shoes, all the things, but the paint matte paint, I hate. Matte paint. Thumbs up if you can relate to that one. So the blow dryer and the wet washcloth did great. Let me know in the comments box below, do you hate folding fitted sheets? I used to be in this camp. I absolutely love it. now. Why? Because I've mastered it after so many failed attempts of folding fitted sheets. I could get the flat sheet great, I could get the pillowcases great, but the fitted sheet was just like this ball of madness. So here's a really cool trick. All you want to do is put your hands in each pocket corner of the fitted sheet, and then you're going to go ahead and wrap one hand over the other, and then I'm going to switch hands here. So we got two corners in my left hand. Now you're gonna make your hand down towards the bottom. We gotta find these next two corners. Once you found those next two corners, again, we're just gonna do a little hand clap and wrap those corners over each other. This is where having a flat surface comes in handy. I'm just gonna lay it here on my bed, and you will see that we have sort of a makeshift square. Now this part is totally optional in terms of how you want to fold your remaining fitted sheet. You could fold it in halves, you can fold it in thirds. I just wanted to fold it in a way that was compact and it looked nice. Next, we're gonna take our flat sheet, because yes, we are gonna zhuzh up our bedding set here. Take your flat sheet, fold it any way that works for you. I'm doing an elongated method here. Typically I would fold it in a square, but I want to try something a little bit different for this video. Get that flat sheet nice and tight. And then what you can do is you can just go ahead and wrap your fitted sheet in your flat sheet. Next, we're gonna take our pillowcases and we're just gonna fold those babies up. I like to go opposite end to opposite end so that it will be just a bit flatter, especially if you have some detail on your pillowcases. And then you can just wrap it around your beautiful set that you just made. Now, here's an alternative for you. If you don't like it that up high, you can fold your pillowcases one more time, wrap it around, and it's gonna look so beautiful inside of a linen closet, inside of a drawer, wherever you like to keep your sheet sets. I tend to struggle with dry, cracked heels in the Midwest where we have lots of snow. The tundra basically feels all year round. I've tried lots of lotions and different concoctions, but the best thing that I found is Vaseline. Rub a generous amount of Vaseline on your heels. You can do this at night. That's my favorite time to do it. And then you're gonna take your sock to lock in that moisture. My friend, your heels are gonna look so smooth and nice. No more cracked heels with the flakes, because summer's coming and you're gonna wanna be wearing those sandals and you want those heels looking nice. You see someone they got the shoes on and then the heels are just all like, it's like a monster crawling out the back. You are prepared now because you have Vaseline your feet. You know, I love a really nice bed fold. If you make your bed, I'm right here, here's my bedroom right here. If you make your bed in the morning, it gets you set for the day, and I like it to look tight and sharp. So here I'm going to show you the hospital fold. I've also heard it referred to as the military fold. This is so quick and easy, rather than the ends of your blankets and sheets just dangling around at the end. All you have to do is make a nice triangle, tuck that baby in tight, and then tuck everything underneath. I'm using the tucker here. Nothing in this video is sponsored, but this is helpful to create even tighter lines. Now you may be asking yourself, Andrea Jean, do you spend like 20 minutes every morning making that king size bed? No, it maybe takes me like 5 or 6, but if I'm feeling real like, I don't know, OCD, just very attentive to what's happening and obsessive about it, it'll take me a little bit longer. But really, I can get this job done in no time, and it looks so good. Number 24, speaking of all things bedding, I got 2 little pillow tricks for you. Rather than trying to stuff your pillow inside of the pillowcase, turn the pillowcase inside out, especially if you have king size pillows or really fluffy pillows that are difficult to stuff inside that pillowcase. It's going to make it much easier to put that pillowcase on your pillow. And before you comment on my flat pillows, I prefer a flatter pillow. I am a stomach sleeper. Someone really recently said that my pillows look sad, but they make me happy, right? Like if you're sleeping, you don't want to be like kinked up and like all up here. I like it flat. Here's a second pillow trick. If your pillowcase is a bit longer than your pillow, again, we are taking our pillow and bed making game up another level to like elite. Just tuck in that pillowcase from the bottom. You can see that I'm doing right here. And then you're gonna also fold the top in. So you've made this sort of beautiful package with your pillowcase, and then put that on your bed. Your bed's looking great. You're ready to start your day. You're conquering things. You're like, yes. It's the little things that count. Trust me, when you put this much effort into making your bed, just imagine the effort you're gonna put into the rest of your day. Or maybe you're too exhausted with making your bed. You're like, I'm just gonna go back to bed. that works too. Apparently I'm obsessed with all things pillows. My husband would agree with that, with all the throw pillows. But I recently washed these pillows. Yes, you can wash all things pillows. I made videos on it. I can link it below for you. Even throw pillows. I'm obsessed with washing my pillows. I love it. And they smell good. It makes you happy. So you're just gonna get this defuzzer. I bought a couple over the years. I bought cheaper ones. This tends to be the, what shall we call it? The Rolls Royce of defuzzers because it works so well. We got like supercharged options. But one of my favorite things is to fill this baby up, the container, because it's like Pac-Man eating all the lint and fuzz. And these are Walmart pillows, and I've washed them several times and they have held up nicely, and it makes your couch and everything in it look even newer than it actually is when you just get all those little fuzz bunnies off. Of course you can use this on your sweaters, but I find that I actually use it on pillows more than anything. Let's go back to the shaving cream. Cleaning with shaving cream is very satisfying. It's a foamy, it's not too strong, although I do love strong smells like bleach. That could explain some things there too. But if you have trouble with mobility issues and you just don't want to get down on your hands and knees to clean that stinking bathtub, just put some shaving cream. You can put it directly on your broom. Preferably this could be your tub broom or your shower broom. This also works inside of your shower. By the way, this little trick, minus the shaving cream, works great to clean the top of your car when you're outside washing it. Yes, you know I'm going with that one. You can also pour the shaving cream directly inside of the tub, whatever option works for you, and then just turn on some hot water, and then you're going to rinse all that shaving cream off. What I ended up doing is just taking a towel to wipe everything down. At the end, it looks shiny, it looks clean. There's some acidity in the shaving cream which helps kill and break down some of that bacteria, so that's why it works so well. Maybe you have a stuck ring. I know in the summertime things start to swell up. It gets real humid here in the Midwest, and you're like, the Vaseline didn't work. Some people say to put Windex. I don't know, I don't feel comfortable putting Windex all over my fingers. So here's a little trick for you. You're just gonna grab some dental floss. Yes, some dental floss. This first part is a little bit tricky, but bear with me. And then I like to take a tweezers or something I can use to wedge that dental floss underneath the ring because it's tight, it's snug. You've been sweating trying to get this ring off, and finally you're like, I'm gonna do this little trick that Andrea Jean showed me. Once you get that dental floss under the ring, pull it through. You're gonna take the other end of that dental floss and you're gonna wrap it tightly around your finger, particularly the knuckle, because that's oftentimes where it gets stuck. Once you have wrapped the remaining dental floss around your finger, you're going to take the opposite end and start to twist your ring off. You've created compression in all the right places, so that ring should slide off much easier for you. I recently did a video on how to wash delicates. Yes, so sweaters in particular, I love doing this next hack. When you pull it out of your washing machine, you can lay it flat to dry if you have a drying rack of some sorts. I got rid of all mine because, well, I just use this trick. Turn your dryer on, because assuming you're washing other items or drying other items as well, put your sweater or your delicate, whatever needs to be dried, but doesn't need to go in the dryer, on top of the dryer. Turn the dryer on, and then your sweater is going to dry much faster without being in direct contact of the heat inside the dryer, but yet it's still laying flat to dry. I do this with my daughter's sweaters. I do this with my sweaters. It's a game changer. But if you have multiple sweaters going on at the same time, I guess one of those sweaters is going to have to fight the other sweater of who gets to be on top. Number 19, all of you tell me, Andrea Jean, just pop that toilet seat off and clean up in there. Well, it's not that easy in my case. Actually, I've never run into a toilet seat that I could just pop it off and then clean it so easily. Mine have all had screws in the houses that I've lived in. Yes, I can flip open the tops, but then I gotta get out a flathead screwdriver and then twist those off, and they're tight. Like, it's a whole situation cleaning it. But this area needs to be cleaned because it's real dirty, especially with two little boys. That's the honest truth. So I always like to have some Q-tips on hand in my bathroom. I like to spray the area down with some rubbing alcohol. Yes, let's kill that bacteria and the smell that goes along with it. And then get those Q-tips in and around those small spaces. You're gonna notice how nasty those Q-tips look. It's satisfying but disgusting all at the same time. And then I also like to take the iron out, especially if you have some rusty screws, to help eliminate some of that, and you are good to go. Q-tips. Always have Q-tips available in your bathroom because there's just all these little nooks and crannies of spaces that you need to clean. I think I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one. I made a video on it. Many of you were very angry about it. Vaseline on your stove. Is Vaseline flammable? Yes, it's flammable. Like if you take your Vaseline and you dip it in cotton balls, you got like an amazing fire starter. But here's a little trick. It does work great at shining up your stove top. I mean, amazingly well from any commercial product that I have used before. As you can see here, I'm lighting this Vaseline that I just polished to show you that my stove is not gonna all of a sudden blow up. I'm not burning my house down. I'm shining the top. You're just gonna use a little bit. I've never had any issues with this in multiple houses that I've owned. I've also done this in my parents' house and they've not had any, like nothing has blown up or started on fire. Yes, again, if you pair Vaseline with other things, but just on your stovetop, you are good to go. It's gonna look so nice. Number 17, closing your bread. Yes, twist ties, aren't they cute? You just twist it around the bread and then you twist it off. But sometimes the twist ties get stuck and then you're like, which way do I twist? Do I twist left? Do I twist right? I mean, you probably don't think that in-depthly about doing your bread, but I got a trick for you and it's gonna look even cuter. You're gonna open up your bread, you add your toast or whatever it is that you're eating, and then you're going to twist the bread, and then you're going to take the remaining flaps and wrap it around your bread. It looks so beautiful and chic, and you're like, I did that. That looks great. I don't need you twist ties anymore. Let's talk about something else that's kind of annoying. If you need to charge your phone, maybe you're at your desk, maybe you are at bedtime at night and you're sleeping and the cord drops down and you don't want the cord dropping down, just get yourself a little binder clip. Now, it has to be the right surface. You need like a nice square surface or something slightly rounded. And then all you're gonna do is take your charging cord, whatever you want, and slip it up through that binder clip, and it's gonna hold it securely in place. I have purchased some right over here that I got on Amazon, but a binder clip works just as well. Number 15, summer's coming, summer's coming. Pool noodles are not just for your boots and for the pool. What's really annoying is when your silverware drawer is banging back and forth in your drawer. I don't know why they make them. Like, do they actually make them that actually fit the size? I don't know. I get annoyed with it. So I just took a little pool noodle and cut it to the size that I needed. And you can see here that my cutlery drawer is not gonna be sliding back and forth anymore. Hallelujah. I don't know. Anyone else can relate to that? It's annoying when it's just like you like open your drawer and it's like over there and what, it's the little things, I know. Fingernail clippers, they're not just for cutting your nails, and in fact I like this better than using scissors. You certainly could get a wick trimmer, those are great for candles, but if you don't have one on hand, typically you grab your scissors to cut the wick of your candle so that your candle will last longer and then there's less soot and smoke in the top of your ceiling and then creating stains up on the ceiling. You know what I'm talking about? So take your fingernail clipper. This is great because you can get the perfect angle to get in there and cut that wick. And it cuts it so well, so nice. You can get the perfect length. You're not trying to deal with scissors if you have a deep candle and the scissors don't quite fit. Fingernail clipper is where it's at. Tea bags. I love drinking tea, especially at night. This sort of sleepy time tea helps me wind down. But did you know that there's a hidden feature so that your tea bag doesn't drop all the way inside? You know, the little tabby thing inside, and then you're fishing it out with your fingers. There's just like a little triangle hook thing that you can wrap around the handle and then hook the tea bag string in on itself. Now your tea bag is securely fastened. It's not going anywhere. It's not running away to swim off inside of your drink entirely. This next one was a trick from one of my viewers. I'm like, she said you should iron your tissue paper, because I recently did a Dollar Tree video and I had this really nice fluffy Dollar Tree find. I mean, it's really cute, it looks nice. But tissue paper, you want to reuse it, but you don't want to do all the wrinkly stuff in the bag. You get where I'm going with that? She said iron it. I'm like, well, let's just see if this actually works. And at first I thought, well, this isn't working, but then I realized you have to let the heat sit on the tissue paper for longer than you actually think, and it did work. It did make the tissue paper look nice. Now, would I actually bust out my iron to make my tissue paper looks nice? I don't know, maybe, I mean, I did today, didn't I? Number 11, let's bring it back to the pantyhose or the nylon. Maybe you dropped a ring or an earring or something under a piece of furniture or your bed and you don't want to be fishing out. Maybe your like go-go gadget arm isn't long enough to reach under there and get it. Put a little pantyhose on the end of your vacuum, secure it safely with a rubber band. Make sure it's securely because you don't want your valuable inside of your vacuum cleaner. And then turn it on and you'll notice that it's going to suck up your ring and then you have it easily at your fingertips. And I also found a lot of lint hanging out underneath my couch here along with my ring. Number 10, we are cruising right through these. This is fun, isn't it? Yes, I love this. This is exciting. Okay, your tape end. Typically what I would do is I put a paper clip at the end so that I know exactly where the tape end is, because it's really annoying if you did a manicure, it's getting up in there, and then after you find it, then you know, you get where I'm going with that. So paper clip, that's one trick for you. But here's a second trick. Did you know that your tape dispenser actually has a function? You know, that long tongue looking thing on there? Yeah, that's to help you find your tape end and then to help you pull it up from the tape adhering to itself. This works like magic. This little trick has made me question every common thing that I see. I'm like, that's a hidden function. That's gotta be something, right? The teeth thing, this tape thing. I recently learned these two and I'm like, huh, that's very clever. In a number 9 spot, let's do a couple hanger tricks. We're gonna do a 2-for-1 special for you. Do you struggle with decluttering your closet, or maybe you wear the same things all the time? So here's a little trick for you. Turn your hanger around after you have worn the item. That way you can have a better estimation of things that you're actually wearing in your closet. Do this over a month's time and you can see items that you haven't worn, and maybe you can really finally get rid of that sweater that you've been holding on to for, you know, whatever reason. Or maybe you will start wearing some of the items that you think you're wearing but you're not really wearing them. Anyway, it's a great decluttering hack and it's a great way to really maximize the items that are in your closet. Now you'll notice here my sweaters are hung up. Not all of them, but a good amount of them, because nobody wants hanger horns in their sweaters. That looks tacky. I mean, I've been victim to that before. So here's a little trick. Just lay your sweater on the ground and then you're gonna put the hook part in the armpit part, as you can see here, and then you're gonna flip the bottom of the sweater over and the arms over. You can do it vice versa, it doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna flip your sweater up. There are no more hanger horns or sharp lines in your sweater, and it looks really beautiful in your closet. And you can see here, it's been a great way for me to save space as well. Rather than these sweaters hanging down and dangling, I can put the a million workout things that I have underneath it. In a number 8 spot, easy tape. I love this tape. Annoying when your rugs are flipping up and then you're tripping over them, and I've done this on hardwood floors, I've done this on carpeting. I'm showing you here on my granite floor in our mudroom because this rug gets a lot of love. We don't actually use our front door. Do people use their front doors anymore? I'm just kidding. We use our front door, but mostly the mud area. So all you want to do is take a piece of this easy tape. A little goes a long way, and you're just going to cut it to the length of what you need and push that down. It's gonna stay. So in our mudroom area, this easy tape will actually stay for a couple of months if it's not the winter time and there's lots of sludge and all that. And I would say that's pretty darn good, because I've tried all the rug sticky things that they sell on Amazon and Walmart and Target, and they have not worked. But this easy tape, has been a game changer. Number 7, let's talk about museum wax. I have 4 children. If you are brand new here, I don't like a lot of clutter around to begin with, but the things that I do have, I don't want them broke. Like this lamp that you see. I mean, this is an entryway. Kids run around here. We got the friends over, and I don't want it tipping over. In fact, curators use this museum wax in museums, yes, to keep the artifacts in place, but you can just place it on any object that you need put. I've also used this in my office, basically anything that needs to stay in its place, and it easily just wipes up. Where has this museum wax been all my life? In our number 6 spot, let's talk about the vacuum. I have a bit of an obsession with vacuuming. I don't know, something about it. Kids screaming, I can turn that vacuum on and just like get really excited about some vacuum lines or something. But grab some cotton balls. 4 seems to be a good number for me. And then you're gonna grab your favorite essential oil. I just chose a Dollar Tree one. This is an apple infused something or another. And then you're gonna drop them in your vacuum cleaner compartment and then turn your vacuum on. You're gonna see that these cotton balls leave a very nice aroma throughout your house. In fact, I forgot that I put these in here from time to time, and I'm vacuuming. I'm like, what, it smells so amazing. The little heat from the vacuum, the essential oils, it just makes your vacuuming experience even more fun. And then you can also see here the cotton balls start to pick up more of the junk inside of your vacuum cleaner. I recently cleaned my vacuum cleaner for a video, but it does not look like it now, does it? Here's a little vacuum trick for you. The cord, typically you unwind, No. Most vacuum cleaners, you can just flip this little knobberoonie thingy is what we'll call it here, and the whole cord will come off for you easily. Yes, I've just saved you like 3 seconds of your life when it comes to unwinding your vacuum. Number 5, mail, and more mail. I learned this trick from my grandparents. You certainly could have an envelope cutter, envelope opener. I don't have one of those. Or you could just take your finger and move along the top of it. I mean, that works, but it kind of looks a little bit janky. But if you want to take your envelope opening up skills to another level and have very nice open mail, all you want to do is just shaky the envelope to make sure all the contents are on the bottom, and then tear a little bit off the top, the side, as you can see that I am doing here. And then you can get your contents out, and then if you want to put the items back in the envelope, it's much easier than rather than having the disheveled end that you used your finger to get along the top, and then you're like, what am I supposed to do with this thing? Now you have this very nice one that's like, look at that. Number 4, you ready to get a little fancy? I only do this with a new roll of toilet paper, or if I have a guest coming over that I want to make them smile or give them a little chuckle, like, she's lost her dang mind. Like, what has she done with her toilet paper? So what you want to do is just turn on your water, get a little bit wet, and then take your toilet paper roll, and you're going to roll one end into a triangle, very similar to what we did with our chip folding trick. And then you're going to fold the other triangle in, and look at you, this very nice triangle, pull it taut, and then you're going to press it under your sink. Make sure this is clean, because if it's dirty, it's going to show up and transfer onto your toilet paper, and then the fanciness has just completely lost. It's just not happening. So it's going to look real trashy then. And you can see here, this is very nice medallion on my toilet paper. Again, I don't do this every time, but sometimes it's just a little fun. It's just a little zhuzhing of your bathroom. Number 3, I vacuum my stairs once a week. It's probably one of my least favorite things, although I do have like a nice Shark handheld. But even then, I notice that hair is still accumulating on those steps. Is especially great if you have pets. Yes, take your squeegee. You can get one from the Dollar Tree for $1.25 and use that squeegee on your carpet. Vacuum your stairs first, because you're like, oh, I'm amazing. I did the stairs. My job is done. No. Get that squeegee out, and you're going to see that even more hair is going to come up on there. Now, I mean, we're getting real serious. This is really great, especially if you have allergens and there's a lot of dust and hair accumulating, and you can't be breathing all that in, or you just want to take your vacuuming skills to another level. This is it. Number 2, I love all things gifts. We talked about the tissue paper, but what if you just wanted something real sleek and modern in your bag? Or maybe you don't want anyone looking in the bag to see what's in there. I'm going to show you a trick to close the bag without tape. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take 2 ends of the bag, and you're basically gonna take the ends and cross them into the next. You can see I'm doing it on one side. Sometimes it takes a little finagling to get it inside the hole, but once you've done it, you're like, I'm a winner. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. And then you move on to your other side. Trust me, this really doesn't take that much time, and the outcome is really beautiful. Once you've got all the ends in their respective places, then you're just gonna pull the bag tight, and it stays shut. What a clever idea. I made an entire video on just this hack alone because I thought it was that cool. And in a number 1 spot, panty liners. Anyone? All right, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna grab your panty liner, assuming you have some laying around, or you have a female in your life that has them laying around, and your favorite essential oil. Put as much or little on the panty liner as you want to. And then you're gonna take the sticky part off the panty liner. That's the great thing, it stays put because it's nice and sticky. That stuff sticking in your panties, it's gonna be sticking on your pillow. And so then stick it in your pillow, and I wanna flip mine over because I don't want the panty liner right in my face when I am sleeping, but I just want that nice little lemon aroma. You could do this with lavender, you could do this with eucalyptus, and then the next day or a couple days later, you can refreshen your panty liner, you could change it out, you can do whatever you want to. I know, it's strange, it's weird, but it just makes your sleeping bedtime routine very nice and luxurious. We did it, all 43 hacks. Yes, my friend. Now let's talk about that giveaway. There's only a couple things that you need to do. One, just give this video a thumbs up because it's gonna help reach more people with the YouTube algorithm. Also, leave a comment below letting me know what your favorite hack was. I cannot wait to see the data on who likes what and why and just all that good stuff. And then the third thing that you need to do, in the description box below, just click that little arrow, there is going to be a place where you're gonna enter your email. I'm not sharing your email with anybody, but just enter your email. That way I can accumulate all the email addresses from people who have entered. Words of caution, because I've learned the hard way before. I will not message you on Facebook. I will not message you on YouTube and reply to your comment. I will not go to Instagram. I will not Telegram. Like Telegram, who the heck is, people are setting up Telegram accounts in my name for previous giveaways. None of that's gonna happen. I'm gonna contact you directly, AndreaJean360@gmail.com, because I will have had your email address because you entered it in tip number 3. I guess I should say step number 3. That's it. Thumbs up, leave a comment what your favorite cleaning hack was, life hack, and 3, enter your email address. Yay! And you will be entered for a chance to win $200 to Amazon for all your goodies shipped to your house. Speedy, fast, fun. Enough of that. I love you and appreciate you immensely, so I just want to show my gratitude for that. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, this whole channel is cleaning and life hacks. This is my life, is coming up with cleaning and life hacks. This is what I do all day long. Like, no joke. Who knew this could be my career? Now you may be asking yourself, Andrea Jean, when will I find out if I won? And you've emailed me directly. Again, I did not message you on Telegram. I did not message you on Facebook. I did not message you on YouTube telling you to do something. No, I've just simply AndreaJean360@gmail.com. emailed you, said you won, here's your gift card. Yay! So in 2 weeks from the date of this video being released, I will pick a winner. And if you don't win this time, I love doing giveaways. This is one of my favorite ways to give back to you for you watching this content and enjoying it as much as I love making it. All right, my friend, I'll see you in the next one.